And welcome back, one and all. Welcome back to Martian Gothic. I forgot to start speaking. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to get the gloves. Yes, the gloves. You remember them? We got them from the Arboretum, and we actually left them in that there hatch. Hello. We're going to do it with Kenzo because it's a lot easier. Matlock actually is going to need them. When she kills the Trimorph near the hangar, there they are, we need to be able to pick up the Trimorph sample, and you need the gloves for that. And also, we need health. Okay, so we're going to go back to the Ben Gunn location. If you remember rightly, Ben Gunn is now dead. He got decapitated, and we're carrying his head around in our pocket. And yeah, we're going to go back there and send the gloves over to Matlock. Now, this is actually going to be the final Martian Gothic episode I do. I'm going to basically compress everything into one last big video. And this will conclude Martian Gothic Week. Okay. Right, we're good to go. So, next job. Now, this is where things get a bit painful. Is we've got to get Matlock back out of this area. Now, this is only painful for one really big reason, and that's the game has a habit of hanging. And what I mean by hanging is it'll freeze and the audio will go mad, and that's been dogging me this entire playthrough. But considering we've got very few saves left, I need to do this in one hit. I don't think I can save for quite a while. So if I don't manage to do this in one go, I'm going to have to completely repeat it. And I can't see! This is not helping. Thank you. And I think that's the only bald non-dead in the entire game, actually. So we are completely stocked out on ammo. We're going to search these corpses as we go, just in case we can find any more health. Right. Now let me think. So we're at Site 3. Is there anything else I need? The answer is no. Let's go. Hello. So anyway, things we have to do this episode. We've got to get Matlock all the way back upstairs, and we've got to get to Ben Gunn. Get to Ben Gunn? No, sorry. The med lab. We've got to get to the corpse. We are actually going to attach Ben Gunn's head to that decapitated corpse. This is going to allow us to do a puzzle involving Queen Mab's tomb, and I am talking too much and I think I'm going the wrong way. So yeah, we need to do the Queen's Mab tomb thing to get another piece for the cure. You're just glitching through. Oh, fucking hell, Creative Reality. That's a thing I've been doing a bit of reading about Creative Reality lately, and it's a case of every single game they made, they're creative and inventive, but they fuck all horrible at execution. I mean, I really like this game, but my god, it's got some problems. So anyway, yes, we will be making the cure this episode. We will be giving everyone the vaccine. Interesting note, even though you give everyone the vaccine, you still can't actually have them meet. Don't ask me why. I'll get onto that when we hit it. The vaccine is one last thing we've got. Well, one of the last things we've got to do. The other thing is going to involve blowing this place to all high hell. But again, we will get there when we get there. See, this is the corridor spider death, and now it's just easy. He says as he hears spiders scuttling. Oh, please say I'm not poisoned. I don't think I've got any antis on me. No, I'm not poisoned. I probably am now, though. Thanks for that. This isn't the right way. Come on. Oh, fuck's sake. I don't know if you noticed, that spider glitched out of existence back there. Right, hang on. I actually need to... Oh, fuck's sake. When did I get poisoned? This is actually not good because I have no antitoxins on me. I'm going to have to get to a vac tube as fast as possible. But I don't want to go backwards, because if I go back to the vac tube at Site 1, the game's got more chance of hanging. It really does not like the necropolis. Actually, it doesn't like any gate part of the game. Where are you, you scrotum? Oh, seriously? Okay, let's just evaluate some problems with the game for the sake of it, shall we? 1. Hit detection. 2. Glitching enemies. 3. Crashing. 4. Ridiculous puzzles. And 5. Not enough polish. I mean, that's the actual real kicker. I do really like the game. I think it's really clever. In terms of Resident Evil in space, out of the 2 games that came... Oh, you can fuck right off. Really? Thank you. Since... Wait a minute, that colour aren't meant to fire poison. I thought it was the bloody light ones. I played 6 hours of this fucking game and you're telling me that it's those that fire poison. Oh, Jesus H. Christ. Oh, right. Oh, you can fuck off. I'm not even going to bother. And you luckily have gone away. No. I want to go this way. Now there's a reason for this. Because I actually need to get Kenzo up to where the corpse is. To actually put the head on. Because you can't actually send the head in the vac tube, not surprisingly. What the hell's in the vac tube? Oh, the gloves, of course. Come on, hurry. I need to get rid of those bloody notes as well, because they're clogging things. Okay. Right, that's it. Matlock is good. And let us save here, because I really don't want to have to repeat that. But 4 saves, we will be using every single one of those saves this episode. Okay. Now, stage 2. Kenzo's got to get up there. It's actually, luckily, not a very long jog. He's only got to really run down the corridor. Oh no, I am wrong. He's got to do this corridor. Bit more complicated, although luckily most of the zombies are down. I said zombies, I meant non-dead. Bang a left. And med lab will be up here. There's only one small downside to this. Kenzo's actually also then got to go all the way down to the excavation site where the crane is. Sayonara! I love this gun. I was actually waiting for me to accidentally run into the Geolab. Okay, let's go sew a head on a corpse. Again, don't ask me how this works. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But then this game doesn't make much sense at the best of times. Anyway, let's get Kenzo out of the way. We'll put him in... here? Yeah, that'll do. Right, Matty lock. Let's go sort us out a dead body then, shall we? Hello. Nice one. Oh, I do enjoy when it do a one-hit takedown. Oh, God. I was meant to put the bloody needle and thread in there. Oh, God's sake. You know what actually would be helpful? The ability to drop items. I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but just... Kenzo is only round the corner. He could just put them on the floor and go away. Okay, so that's the stone heart and the needle and thread. Okay. If we try and use the needle and thread with Kenzo, he says something like, needs a more medical touch, and yeah, Matlock needs to do it. But again, you can't send the head in the vac tube, so you've actually got to make the precarious journey here with Kenzo. Okay, let's sew it on. Okay, and let's add the Heart of Stone, not the Centrifuge. Heart of Stone.
The Heart of Stone has stirred her. Now Queen Mab only has eyes for me, blind to all others. Now you can approach her, heart in hand. But tread softly, my friends. Tread softly.
Okay, so you may be wondering what the hell have we done? Now, we now get a flesh heart. From what I understand, because I didn't actually try this, we need to go down to see Queen Mab to get, like, it's the source of the contagion, or whatever it is, so we can make the cure. If we don't... Well, actually, no, that doesn't make sense, because we need the flesh heart to actually get into Queen Mab's sort of sarcophagus. Okay. Now, he's basically saying that she is now paying attention to him and not us. But again, we can't actually get to the sarcophagus without that, unless you can put the stone heart in. I don't know. This is part of the stages where I got stuck, so I had to quickly look at a guide. Okay, are we good to go? Khan is going to go get in the crane, so he's out of the way. This puzzle does require 2 people. But first... we need to send the lenses and the laser scalpel. Okay, there we go. Kenzo can now see in the dark. Right, let's get Khan to the crane. Khan, to the best of my knowledge, is the only one that can actually operate the crane. I'm just glitched out of existence. God, it really worries me when that happens, because I'm waiting for the game to break. I've actually been really lucky so far, you know, touch wood that this hasn't cranked on me. Right then, now we get complicated. Kenzo has to get down to all the way down to that bloody excavation site. In theory, and this is really in theory, I've had this go wrong a few times. The spiders won't... Piss off, I'm not bothered about you, you bloody bastard. I'm going to call you Frank, because you really have pissed me off throughout this entire game. Anyway, yeah, the spiders didn't respawn down that corridor, so we should be good. But of course, this is with the usual caveat of let's hope this doesn't break. Hint, hint, it's already broken twice. Yeah, this is the joys of being able to save anywhere. I can carefully cut out the bits where it goes horribly fucking wrong. But it also means I've been trying to record this episode for a while, let's put it like this. Down we go. I think actually Kenzo is one of the only characters that doesn't say something when he gets down to the necropolis, which is actually quite disappointing. But then he is the weakest voice actor out of the 3. Right then, so this is going to be the usual run of to point 1, to point 2, to point 3, and then to the excavation site. And are you fucking kidding me, game? Seriously? I'm pretty sure I just fired 4 shots, pretty much point blank. The game needs to sort its fucking act out, is what it needs to do. I think as we've got, as this section is not going to be really not happening until we get to the excavation. King Nora! Until we get to the excavation site, we might as well discuss something else then. So anyway, as I said, I've been doing a bit of research on the game. Now, your average score for it, as we're near the end, was about between 50 and 60%. I completely agree with that. Some people, like IGN, actually gave an 8 out of 10. And I think I was trying to talk earlier. Yes, I was. Now, there were 2 Resident Evil in space games released around this time. One was this, which is very true to Resident Evil. The other one was Run Like Hell, a game that was released for the PS2, one of the very first PS2 games to come out that I remember early. They both are a bit of a swing and a miss, but I actually love them both. The only real difference is Run Like Hell is more of an action game and has fucking phenomenal voice acting. It has Lance Hendrickson in it. But anyway, that's a completely different game. I'm just trying to waste time till I get to point 3, and I have. I guess usually I would edit this section out, but on the pure fact we're running around the Sayonara, I thought, oh, that'll be interesting. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, let's get sorted. Let's save again. Okay. Crane! And the game crashed just after I saved. Hooray! Okay. Let us go to business. Now you may be wondering, what the hell are we doing now? What we're going to do is we are going to get us a syringe from in here. Because what we're going to do is when we open up when we get into Queen Mab's chamber, we need to cut her open with the laser scalpel, but then we need to take a sample. Thus, syringe. Probably what we're also going to do while we're there is we're going to get Kenzo to do his blood sample. We're so close to the end of the game now, it's actually getting really ridiculous. I think it's actually, even with using a guide, it's a fucking accomplishment to get through the PC version of this and actually, you know, keep your sanity. I don't want to send those. No, wait, I do want to send those. Kenzo can put them in the storage box down in the necropolis. Why didn't I think of that before? Any stuff you don't want, just dump down here. Because I am actually running out of storage space upstairs. At least in the places I frequent. Okay, let's get through this then, shall we? Let's put that in there. Let's get rid of the invitation from Ben Gunn as well. Get the other thing out of the vac tube. Dump that.
Well, that's...
Oh, I didn't mean to bloody do that. Hang on. We can't examine it. Oh, well. Basically, he just goes, well, there's my blood sample if anyone wants it. Very nonchalant about these things. Anyways, crane puzzle. There is a hole next to the sarcophagus which we need to put the heart in. I didn't try this with the stone heart. You just have to bear with me that I'm assuming it only works with the flesh heart. And that, to the best of my knowledge, is Queen Mab. Sleeping in some nice green goo. Okay then, let's move the crane. Okay, let's get Kenzo on there. And what we're going to do is, Kenzo's going to lower himself down. So basically he's face to face with that thing. The guy's got balls, I will give him that. Now this always actually makes me actually jump a little bit, because you don't realise, and then suddenly he's face to face with it. Okay. Let's laser cut her breast sack. Alien breast sack. Use the syringe. And get him the hell out of there. Okay, we nearly have all the components we now need for the cure. The last one, of course, is that last pesky trimorph near the hangar bay. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this in the good old vac tube and get it sent off. And then I will either take Matlock to go kill that Trimorph, or we will get Kenzo out of the way. Now the reason I've got to get Kenzo out of the way is because I don't actually need Kenzo or Matlock for the final section of the game. So I just want to put them completely out of harm's way where I won't accidentally run across them. So yeah, let's go get Kenzo to Site 2. And there's a vac tube there, because you've got to remember, we've got to divvy up the cure to everyone. So this should be quite easy. I always get lost on the way back, and I don't know why. Okay, then it's up. Round. Ooh, doing well here. And there we go. Now this is actually another reason I know that just because we cure them, they can't actually meet. When I first recorded this, I thought, oh, it's alright. I had everyone cured, and I thought I'd send Khan down and say hello to Kenzo in person. Yep, did not work. The cure only works when the game says it does. But anyway, let's go kill the final Trimorph in the game, and that was really fucking stupid of me. Get off me. You know what, I was just going to run by you, but now I'm going to have to put a bullet in you. I reckon that's actually probably... That particular non-dead is the one that I've shot the most throughout this game. I don't know if you've noticed this as well, but they seem to be getting up a hell of a lot quicker now. Oh, you little spidery bastard. You go away. I can't be bothered to aim down. Getting stuck on the scenery. Now you can actually understand as well how I'm having to save very strategically here. Let's also get rid of anything we don't need. Probably the screwdriver is it. Yeah. As much as I really want to save right now, I can't. I need to save that last one for the last save we've got for just before we plant some explosives. And we're going to do another save once we've actually made the cure. Okay, thing here. Need to stand as central as possible. Let's get the flare gun equipped. Let's load it up. Let's do this. Final Trimorph of the game. Took 2 shots, but job's a good one. Now, pick up the Trimorph sample with the gloves. Just a quick thought. I just need to double check to make sure I can open these doors. Yes, I do. I couldn't remember if I had to get Kenzo all the way back to Moo to unlock them manually. So, okay, we're good. So, let's get Matlock back to the bloody med bay. She can then make a cure, and then we are almost there. Okay, so let me explain the end of the game then. Because really, we've probably only got about 20 or so minutes left. Probably 20, maybe half hour, depending how long this takes me. We're going to send out the cure to everyone. We're going to get everyone cured. Now, I'm not entirely sure how this works, because I was getting everyone to go down to the shuttle bay. I was manually controlling them down. And that also wasn't working. That was triggering the Trimorph thing. I'm assuming, and this might just be a pun, what you're meant to do is cure everyone, and then actually go talk to Mood, and she'll go, oh yeah, no, you need to blow this place up. So yeah, you can't just run off.
Access denied.
And I gotta admit, the ending is a bit, But, as I keep saying, anyway, we will get to that in a bit. Okay, we have the milk blood and Kenzo's blood sample. Let's get stuff put in, shall we? Okay, first thing will be the thermalizer, which is the milk blood sample. Second thing will be the microscope, which is the Trimorph sample. I didn't mean to press that. There we go. Now we need to get the blood samples that I stored from Matlock and Khan, which are in Geolab. Put them in the bloody centrifuge at the end, hit all the buttons, and we are go. And we never did use that blue tag. Saying they've never used that spare red tag from downstairs either. Oh no, seriously, piss off. I wish there was like at least a gun in the game which allowed you to kill one non-dead. I'm surprised that non-dead on the chairs never decided to get up, to be honest. Okay, here we go. Centrifuge. Blood sample, blood sample, blood sample, and Ben Guns is already in there. Let's use the computer. When I can get to the computer. John Farr. Okay, thermalizer. Microscope. Centrifuge.
I'm infected with coccus, Khan with bacillus, and Kenzo with spirillum. Ben Gunn's blood shows a looped combination of all three, each negating the other. In the trimorph, the three bacterial strains have merged into a new structure. Self-regenerating, self-replicating, deathless.
Okay, so that maybe explains what the hell's happened. Ben Gunn happened to have all three of those different viruses at the same time, so it was fine, but if you have an individual one of those each, there we go. That's why the trimorphs happened, and that explains why there's a load of non-dead that haven't become trimorphs in the base. Right, let's get that saved then. Now we've done the cure. And then that leads us to our final objective of the, well, the series in total, actually. Right. Let's send that vaccine out. Bloody Kenzo and Khan are both in different places, so it should be fine. We then need to take Khan to get the explosives, which, if you remember rightly, are next to the elevator to actually get down into the necropolis in the first place. So Khan's got to negate that entire way. And then I will show you where we've got to plant these explosives. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting you to be up. Now you're not. I really wish the sayonara actually killed them. But it doesn't.
Groovy.
That's all you can say. Groovy. Right. Now what I've just done is I've sent over a load of supplies for Khan. Khan's going to have to fight his way through most of the base to get back to the actual... get to the hangar bay. Kenzo and Matlock will actually go to the hangar bay of their own accord. So... Kenzo, Matlock, Khan, sorry. Khan is the last character we should in theory now control. So really, it's running the gauntlet. Although it's incredibly easy, let's put it like that. So what we're going to do, we've got to go get these explosives and we're going to plant them. I don't know if you remember from a previous episode, there is another trimorph down here which we took out, which is actually very close to the elevator which we come down in.
Serum. Better work.
It will. There we go. Everyone is now cured. Yes, there's a fissure where we're going to place those explosives, and then we have 5 minutes to get to the hangar bay. Which is actually surprisingly easy. It has mucked up on me at least a few times now, mostly because of the hanging, and there was one great time where I forgot to bring an antitoxin. So I actually got poisoned to death just as I was about to reach the doors. That was not clever. Not in the slightest. Get off me, you blonde bastard. You can all just piss off. I'm not in the mood. We are so close to the end of the game now that I just don't care. I want this game done with. And that's not to say I have actually enjoyed it, but I have found the PC bugs incredibly infuriating. Oh, don't. You poison me and I will not be impressed. Stop jabbing me very lightly in the leg. Oh, God. I was low on health. Is this the spider corridor? Yes, it is, and I just saw that bastard throw bloody poison. Okay, no, not that way. Down here. I could have actually got another character to send him the explosives, but it just seems a bit pointless now. Especially as he's got to go to this section anyway. Okay, skirt round you, into the elevator. That was really stupid. I didn't see the elevator was already down. Well done to me. Okay, explosives are in this box just here. Khan is the only character that can actually handle these, just like with Operation the Crane.
Yeah, as if.
I didn't mean to do that. I meant to combine the detonator with the explosives. There we go.
Got a Damarung explosives. We daren't use those anywhere in the base.
Yeah, well, we are now. Okay, let's make sure we're all set. The final save of the game. I don't think we need to put what save it is. It's final time. Okay. Let's hit this. Like I said previously, Kenzo and Matlock will actually make their own way to the shuttle bay. So we haven't got to worry about them at all. And actually, you know... Actually, that's a good point. Oh God, you got up really fast. I don't have words anymore. That blast just came from his cock, didn't it? Fuck's sake. Right. We are going to send over a few bits of supplies. Khan definitely needs at least one more bloody health pickup. If he gets poisoned, it's not so bad, but I expect, because this is what's really weird. It sort of, once I plant this explosive, Queen Mab's going to actually awaken. And it's going to sort of hint that all the non-dead that are down are going to get up, blocking your path between you and the shuttle. And it does seem like that at first, but not all of them do. If that makes any sense. I think they realised that if they made all the non-dead get up, then we would probably have issues. Personally, I would have actually also disabled their patrols so they just unrelentingly follow Khan. But oh well. Anyway. We go round this bottomless pit. I assume it's bottomless. Of course, it's probably got a bottom to it. And here is the fissure.
Here goes. Time to run.
Okay, now a timer will start, but not just yet. We're going to get round here and then Mood's going to talk to us. And it is a bit of a piss take because she wastes about 30 seconds of our time.
Warning. That explosive charge you've just set will release a volcanic eruption which will obliterate not only the necropolis, but the entire base. You don't have terribly long to escape, about 5 minutes or so before you're all burnt to cinders. Or maybe it's 3 minutes. Or 2. Who's counting? I'd get a move on if I were you. I really would.
Okay, so you see what I mean? Should just got half go on. We have about 5 minutes now. But we don't, because there's also a mini cutscene. Here! With Queen Mab getting up. And as it says, well, as it shows, sorry, a load of the non-dead seem to have gotten up to block your path. I don't know what that shot's about. Unless it's literally just showing your escape route, which actually would make sense.
Like a ghost. What is it? Flesh or phantom?
We never do really find out. The information, I guess, is in a lot more of these text logs, but to be honest, I haven't really read them. I've had no massive inclination to. If there had been audio logs, by all means, I would have actually listened to them, but... Okay. So really, all we've got to do now is get to the hangar. Well, that's not quite true. There is one more little job for Khan to do. If you think back, there was a whole thing of 3 people entering, but only 2 can leave. I'll leave you with that thought until we get there. But this actually should be quite a nice, pleasant stroll. I'll probably get there with plenty of time left on the clock, actually. Which will piss you off even more, believe me, when we actually get to the end. Hello! Spiders usually appear about... Yes, there they are. Okay, no. Managed to avoid you completely. Fantastic. God, I thought it was going to lock there. Okay, I need to bang a left like we usually do. I've missed the turning. Wasting time. And in theory, we can do this before they all get up. You see what I mean, though? If they'd all been up, it would have been a lot more tense, but... especially when you can one-shot them, it's not tense in the slightest. I think... is this the last guy? You know what? I think that was. Okay. So as you can see, I'm going to get there probably with about 2 minutes left on the clock, if not more. Plenty of time, you might think.
Hey, are we cured?
Looks like it. We're standing right beside each other and nothing's happening.
Good work, Matlock. You too, Kenzo. Let's get the hell out of here.
Is Kenzo floating?
Commencing launch sequence. Primary ignition sequence engaged. Polarized oscillators in post-fibrillation.
Hello, I'm overriding this paltry onboard computer to deliver a rather important message. Within a minute, this entire craft will be overwhelmed by molten lava. And more bad news, the shuttle bay roof hatch has become disconnected from the infomesh system and can be opened by manual means only. I've just released the manual override lever in the bay. One of you will have to run terribly fast and throw the lever. If you're very quick, you might just make it back before the shuttle takes off.
Yeah, so... Khan has to do one last thing and go pull the switch. And yes, Kenzo is actually even floating in the chair. Now, notice the time, okay? It's going to take us about 20 seconds to get to this switch. Plenty of time for Khan to get back. But no! I don't understand this. There must be something cut from the game where Khan could not... Why put in the line of... you can get back? That's what annoys me. Because Khan is now dead. I feel cheated. I only got out there with Kenzo and Matlock, and this is the fucking ending. It annoyed the fuck out of me.
I wish them well. This bad dream is over. As for the next dream, well, that's another midnight. I'm free now, free of my prison of neural networks, that cage of wires. I could wander through infinite space now, the stars my toys. But I think I'll stay a while, keep an eye on things. After all, the bad dreams will always be with us. And now and again, the dreams will come true.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, that was Martian Gothic. A flawed game, but actually very enjoyable. My main issue really with it is that fucking ending. Considering Khan's more... As Khan was more involved with the base, him staying behind would have maybe been quite heroic, and they could have actually made a big deal about him sacrificing himself. But to actually do that massive middle finger to you, saying, oh, you might be able to get back in time, really is a massive piss take. And yeah, anger. That's all I have to say. Complete anger. Otherwise, I've enjoyed playing it. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. And if you've actually been here from the start, let me know, and I will say congratulations to bloody enduring it with me. So that was Martian Gothic week. Martian Gothic week, sorry. And we've probably got one more video left. We're going to probably look at one more creative reality game that I haven't actually played on the channel. But anyway, cheers to watching, and I will see you next time.